Hey everybody, it's Taryn aka Taryn Paper. If you are like me and thousands of other people, then you hate pop-up flash. It doesn't matter what kind of camera that you have, as long as you have a pop-up flash, this will work. And make sure your dial is scrolled on to manual. Press the menu button, scroll down to the pencil shaving on the side, and you're going to go to bracketing and flash. Then you're going to click on that says flash control for built-in flash, and then you want to move it down from TTL to manual or wherever you have your flash on. You want to apply full power to you want to put it on the fullest power of the flash. Your shutter speed should be on 200 and your f-stop should be on the lowest that the camera can go, which is 3.5 or 4 normally for regular cameras or whatever. What you're gonna do is press your button on the side of the camera that lets the flash pop up. If you do not have this kind of button on the side of your camera, then adjust it so that adjust inside the camera so that your flash is going to be turned on. What you're going to do is take the camera and make sure to look through the hole, because if you just take it like this, the flash is going to just take it without looking through the viewfinder. The flash is going to pop back into your eyes, and yeah. So what you're going to do is take your hand, yes, using your fingers, your hand, and make sure that is cupped, like you're holding a cup, and make sure there's no gaps in between your fingers, because that's going to let light through and you're going to have these weird streaky lines in your photo, and you don't want that unless you do want that, but I don't. So this is what I do. Take it, cut my hand. You don't have to like scrunch your hand, just make sure there's no holes coming through. Put your hand on the lens right here, cupped. Now the closer that you have your hand towards the camera, the darker your photo is going to be. Do not touch your hand on the flash like this, or fingers, because that will burn you because the flash is hot. So make sure your hand is never directly touching the flash. So make sure that the hand is like this far away. I mean, you can go around playing with how bright or dark you want your photo. And also by being able to turn up the power of the flash, you don't have to worry about your ISO. And away from the camera, the brighter the photo is going to be. So just practice with it, cupping the camera like this, away to like this. And then closer here. And then you just like move it little bits down further, and you'll get a brighter photo. This may take, on your first couple of tries, you may have light leaking through and it may look a little weird. Another trick that you can do is you can change the direction that your hand is going for a different light. When you normally do it front on like this, you're going to get a nice soft bounce light, but it's going to be more of a flat light. There won't be any depth to the photo. Now when you put your hand across like this from the side, like slanted across, then you're going to get light that's coming from the side that your hand is pointed towards, more light, and less light on the other side. And you could do it backwards like that. I do that as well, and it gives you a different kind of light as well. But I do notice when I do it this way, it gives the photo a little bit more dimension to it. So there's a lighter side and a darker side, and this way it's just more of just an even light. Keep in mind you might have to adjust your white balance, because the flash is bouncing off the color of your hand and whatever around in the area. You can try this on automatic if you do not have, if you're just confused altogether. You can try it on the automatic setting where you don't have to adjust anything, and you just put your hand over and take the picture and see the result that you'll get. And if you're really lazy and you're like, I don't want to use my hand, this isn't free, but most people have it in their house, so it's kind of free. This other technique, what you can do is take a white notebook or just something. I practice bouncing it off my tablet, just anything, something small, and put it across like this. and move it down. And of course, again, like I said, the further you have it away from the camera, the brighter the photo is going to be. And not that hard to do because I had my friend practicing it. Well, she wanted to. I just showed her and she just was at it for about 15 to 30 minutes just snapping photos and switching her hand around to see where it is. Now, if you aren't doing this right, what's going to happen is the top of your photo is going to be really bright, or the bottom of your photo is going to be really bright, or it's going to be just like sliced light, like stripes of light in your photo, and that's what you don't want. Unless you want to achieve that weird effect, I wouldn't do that. So if you are getting that in your photo, then maybe your hands are open or your hand is not cupped enough around the flash. You can also do it on yourself. It is a little bit harder. I would suggest instead of doing your hand, if you're taking a selfie of yourself on the camera, to maybe try doing something like a notebook, or either put it on a tripod and try to balance it out, because it is harder to do it on yourself and block it. But you still can, but it's going to be a little bit more work. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and let me know down in the comments below if you tried this out, if it worked for you, if you like it, are you only going to use this idea now, or just if you like it, or you found this helpful.